Hello and welcome back to Banebush. I've been away for a minute. I'm aware. I've had some stuff going on. But I'd like to continue where we left off, starting Chapter 2. There was a warning that popped up in the game, by the way. Essentially just warning anybody who has epilepsy or trouble with, like, bright flashing lights. So, if you have that issue, just be aware. Okay? Okay. Alexei. Here we go. This ancient mattress feels like it was specifically designed to destroy my back. It's a couch, bud. As usual, I woke up drenched in cold sweat thanks to another stress-induced nightmare. Well, no comfort, but I'm alive. Fair trade, I guess. Fair trade, I guess? Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Outside the window, it was a gray and overcast day. Yeah, doesn't look like anything good will happen today, but I'm used to that. He's stretching? Fair enough. After stretching a bit, I decided to take a walk around this godforsaken village. I kept thinking about the local store. Hopefully it hasn't closed yet. Otherwise, I'd have to rely on my childhood survival skills and go stealing apples from abandoned lots. I almost said huts. How simple and carefree it would be to wander around looking for dubious food, if not for my current less than legal affairs. But who am I without them? I don't know, Alexei. I don't know how I feel about us going out and about, especially since we try to hide. Although it's supposed to be mostly old folks. I don't know. I need to stock up on food for a couple of days and see what's going on around here. Fair play. Maybe I'll run into some locals, get the news, and find out how life has changed in this corner of the world since I was last here. The early morning in this backwater is wrapped in an eerie calm, as if everything here is already dead, not just asleep. The air is fresh, as if it was just washed with fabric softener, and cold. It cuts straight to the bone. For July 6th, it was unusually cold, almost jacket weather. That's strange. Still, there was something about this morning's scenery that momentarily brought back a taste of life. It felt like I was 12 again. I remembered how, as kids, we'd run around here from early morning, darting between houses with the neighbor boy, under the grumbling shouts of old folks and the barking of dogs from other yards. I liked that breathe in, that in the effect where it kind of zoomed in. That was nice. The air filled my lungs, and my head even spun slightly from its freshness. The scent of grass and damp earth surrounded me. It felt pleasant. It was unusual to breathe so easily, not as usual, with city dust and grime. Alright, more of the town. Walking through the quiet village, I seemed to slow down myself, adapting to its rhythm, its leisurely pace of life. That place don't look so good. Bright sky, bit overgrown. The silence and calm around me unintentionally made me reflect on the past and ponder the future. I looked at the empty windows and peeling walls. People used to live here, but now everything is crumbling as if mocking my memories. Now there was only decay in an oppressive sense that the past was irretrievably gone. I was almost at the store when my gaze caught on a house to the left. Once, a sweet old lady lived there, a darling granny. She always sat by her house, offering us apples if we could show her where the Big Dipper was in the sky. Offering you apples, you say? Apples? Ring a bell, anyone? Of course, we didn't know where the Big Dipper was and just pointed randomly at the sky. Granny didn't seem to care. She gave us apples anyway, chuckling to herself. Now her house was already leaning and completely overgrown with bushes. But the apple tree behind the house was still standing. Maybe I should pick a couple of apples for breakfast. At least I'd save some money. That is true. The growl. My stomach was already growling with hunger. It was time to decide where to get food today. To the right was a store where I figured I could grab a bite, assuming there was anything left inside. To the left was an abandoned lot with a crooked fence, behind which the apple tree still stood. I stopped, pondering where to go. Now, this is fair. If we go to the shop, we can maybe talk with somebody who runs it, be a little bit down on our money, and it's not a guarantee that there's anything we could buy in there, although it is a shop, so possibly. There's still some old folks kicking about. Oh, I like the way he turns. And it changes, like, the outline. It's nice. The apple tree, on the other hand, guaranteed food, right? And we're not poking our face in other people's business, so if somebody sees us, like, that could get back to what's-his-name, Foeman. We don't want none of that. Although I still think he should turn his damn phone off, but he's not gonna listen to me. So I'm gonna say, let's just do the apple tree. Oh, look at that. Ripe. The plot of land looked abandoned up close, windows covered in murky stains, trash scattered in places, and the garden overgrown with dense thickets. It seemed no one had set foot here for years. Right in front of the fence stood an apple tree. Probably the same one that the funny old lady used to pick apples for us. Despite the overall neglect of the plot, the tree looked beautiful and lush. Some branches even had something growing on them already. I stepped closer, treading carefully on the ground, glancing around furtively. The crooked fence, with its rotten boards, seemed to plead, "Don't touch me," but I wasn't planning to stop. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, it moves! Screen moves. On one of the upper branches, I spotted an apple, seemingly almost ripe, yellow with a slight red blush. It's pretty high, hope I don't fall. But since I'm already here, there's no turning back. Climb. Ooh, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Did you hear that creak? I placed my foot on the edge of the fence and leaned on a board, which immediately creaked nastily, but still held for now. Grab it. Grab it. I reached out to the tree, my fingers almost brushing the coveted apple. The fence beneath me creaked, one board already starting to wobble. Please don't, please don't, please don't fall, please don't fall. Just a little more. Just a little more. Pluck that shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, click. Oh, click. Did we fall? Oh, realizing I couldn't reach the apple, I jumped off the crumbling fence. I think if I'd hesitated for even a second, I would have fallen with it. Breaking my neck over an apple is the last thing I need. I think the store will be a safer bet. You know what? Fair. That's fair. We at least tried to get an apple. Unfortunately, we have to show our face. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. There wasn't something we could have climbed on? More stable than the fence? Also, Alexei, you don't know how to scale a tree? Question mark? I don't know. Anyways, look at this. This looks nice. I stopped 5 steps away from the store, which looked almost comically like an island of nostalgia in this forgotten place. Old but sturdy, the peeling grocery sign above the door seemed inviting despite its worn appearance. The windows were intact, and through their cloudy paint, y'all, I can't talk. Through their cloudy panes, you could see shelves and displays filled with something. The building's age didn't seem dilapidated. Instead, it gave it character, speaking of quiet confidence and resilience against time. Yeah, it does look like a pretty sturdy building. The air around was filled with the same familiar sense of the village. For a moment, I felt like a kid again, coming to the store for ice cream and a waffle cone. That sounds frickin' delicious. Approach. Hails, yeah. Open. Closed. No, it's not. There has to be someone in the only store in the village. Hey, anyone there? Ooh. The sound of my own voice felt deafening in this silence. I kept tugging at the handle, not giving up on opening the door. Open! Ugh, hey! Oh. I got scared. I'm playing in the dark. I got scared. Someone called out behind me and I flinched so hard I almost lost my balance. Oh! Look at that face. Young man, why are you banging on the door? Sorry, I thought the store was still open. It is open, just no one's inside. Do you need to buy something? Yeah, I wanted to see what you've got. Well, come on. I'll show you what we've got. I haven't seen you around here before. You a visitor? I nodded in agreement. What's your name? I'm Alexei. I had introduced myself a bit awkwardly. Oh, you know I can't say that. I can do this. Alyoshka. Is that his last name? Alexei Alyoshka. I can't. That's my best guess, guys. I'm sorry. You want anything? I gritted my teeth. I hate being called Alyosha. Now that's different than the last thing. Alyosha. I don't know. I'm gonna look this up later on how to say it. I'm so sorry. I'm trash. Let's just go with Alexei. Yeah! Man after my heart. Well, Alexei. Name's Stepan. Oh god. Laptev Stepan Volkovich. Okay. Great. Stepan? Is it Stepan? Or would it be like... You know what? It's Stepan. Yeah. Pleased to meet you. Likewise. I shook hands with my new acquaintance, who seemed to be a local, though I didn't remember him at all. That's sus. Well, come on. What are you standing around for? I'm waiting for you to go first, so you don't stab me in the back. Stepan took out a bunch of keys, felt around for the right one, and calmly unlocked the store. I followed him inside and found myself in a dark room. Turn on the goddamn light, please. Hold on, Alexei, just a second. What's he fiddling with in the dark? Oh no. Looking for a sturdy stick to... You're what? Is he moving around? Is he like walking to the... I don't know. I'll turn on the light just a moment. This is creepy. Turn on the goddamn light. Oh. Fuck. You from the city? That didn't jump scare you? Yeah, from Moscow. I muttered reluctantly. I'm not used to sharing personal details with strangers, but Moscow is so huge that this information didn't really mean anything. Safe play, Alexei. Safe play. Oh, really? So, what are the young folks in the capital up to these days? Do you have a profession at least? The question was asked with such intensity that for a moment I felt like a schoolboy being called to the principal's office. Yeah, what's up with all the questions, Stepan? Mr. Volkovich? What's up with all the freaking questions? Why do you gotta know? However, I decided not to dodge and answered with partial truth. Yeah, I studied to be an electrician in college. I smirked to myself. No way I'm telling him about my actual profession. Oh ho, an electrician. That's a useful trade. You know, my radio here recently stopped working. Maybe you could take a look at it, electrician? I can't pay you for the repair, no money to spare these days, but I'll treat you to some tea. That you're gonna poison? Are you gonna roofie us? What a gig, I thought to myself with irony. I wasn't ready to return to my real problems just yet, so I wasn't in a hurry. And as long as I can remember, fixing various devices always came easily to me. Nothing too complicated, of course, but I could handle an old radio. I remember back when I was studying to be an electrician, I went to a couple of practical trainings out of pure curiosity. The job wasn't hard, maintenance of apartment building electrical panels. Once, I even found a stash that a courier colleague had seen hidden quite securely. Was that how you got into the business, Alexei? I glanced at Stepan again, then shifted my gaze to the old radio sitting on the edge of the table. That one? Why not help the old man? The radio is probably one of the very few forms of entertainment here. Alright, let me take a look. Yes, it's over there. Go ahead and take a look. Look it. I'm just laughing, guys, because it just look it. Look it. We're gonna look it. As I expected, an old radio, clearly made back in the Soviet Union. My grandparents had one like it. I think if I tried, I could probably find it somewhere in their attic. Honestly, I think fixing it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see what we've got here. Open. Connect the scheme components. So these... Oh shit. Y'all about to see how stupid I am. This is gonna take me a minute, don't worry. Guys, I'm really stupid. I'm really dumb. I'm not great at these. Is that supposed to go that way, or like... I don't even know, you know? I think that could go like that. That could go like that. Okay. That's gotta connect somewhere. Okay. What was that click sound? Did you hear that in the background? Okay. Connected. Huh. Huh. What if... I'm just thinking out loud here. Complete, returning to the game. Oh, hell yeah! That took me too long, I'm sorry. Electrician by calling, you have fixed Stepan's radio. That was rough, guys. I'm sorry. It was, make fun of me all you want in the comments. That's fine. Looks like it's ready. Time to test it. Turn on. Hey, yo. Oh, look, it's working. Well, you've got golden hands, a real craftsman, I can tell. This radio isn't just any ordinary one. One time there was a funny story about it. My cat back then, Vasya, the little black devil he was, and I closed the store and sat down to dinner. Well, sort of. I sat down at the table and gave the cat some soup in his bowl. I turn on the radio and they're talking about some kind of dance music. I hear Vasya start meowing, and suddenly, as the music starts playing, he gets up and starts dancing on his hind legs. Also, I'm digging this jig. Like, listen to that. That sounds good. Also, what the heck is up with this cat dancing on her hind legs? You ever see that, I can't remember if it's like a meme, or like a fake, or like an art piece. I can't remember, but there's like a little black cat that's up on his hind legs, and he's got like one of those, imagine this is the head, this circle's the head, and it's got one of those like ruffly collars on. You know what I'm talking about? If anybody knows what I'm talking about, comment below. Because that's what I'm thinking of right now. That's what I'm imagining. I laughed so hard. That sound was my own cat in the background, by the way. I laughed so hard later I tried playing music for him again, but he just gave me a lazy look and went to sleep. Stepan looked at me as if he was gauging my reaction to his story. But I was just sitting there, confused. Thank you, Alexei. We won't die of boredom now, that's for sure. It's nothing. I gave a crooked smile and spread my hands. Well, as promised, let's go. I'll pour you some tea. You'll tell me how city folk live these days. I hadn't eaten anything since morning. The old man seemed nice enough, I figured I wouldn't say no to some tea. I nodded in agreement. Well, that's wonderful. Let's go. Brother home? Look at his face! Look at his face! I'm digging this tune! Oh, look at him go! Get it, get it, get it! Walking behind Stepan into another room, I couldn't shake the intrusive image of a cat dancing on its hind legs. The power of suggestion, y'all. It looks absolutely beautiful. Am I supposed to click? Cat fan, you spent a long time watching Vasca dance. Oh, perfect. There's lots of stuff to look at. Boar taxidermy, toolkit, photo, bottle with murky liquid, alcohol, y'all. Let's look at the photo first. An old photo in a crooked frame, clearly not hung yesterday. Who is she? Probably Stepan's mother or wife. She looked as stern as my college instructor. That's saying something. Let's look at this toolkit. Tools hung in a neat row, looking more like decorations. It's obvious some haven't been used in ages. The rust and dust speak for themselves. Stepan probably used to do a lot of handiwork back in the day. A boar's stuffed head on the wall. I never understood how anyone could like that. It looks silly with those bulging eyes and exposed tusks. Yeah, those are pretty, like, look at that. Ugh. It's clear no one has touched it for years. So much dust. Murky liquid. Is that moonshine? I thought. It looked like regular village hooch, but with the added bonus of a couple of flies floating inside. Disgusting. Oh, you can see him too. I wasn't even looking at it that closely before, but there's the... Yeah, that's disgusting. Just looking at the bottle made me queasy. Steppen probably forgot about it ages ago. That reminds me of watching Daredevil. And Foggy and Karen are drinking at Josie's, and they were talking about, what was it? Was it an eel in the bottom of the bottle? And they just kept drinking. This is like early Daredevil. Sometime in season 1, probably the first couple episodes. I love that show. That show is like my favorite. And Daredevil Born Again is actually, it's so good too. It's very reminiscent of OG show, but, you know, slight differences. Wow, I just looked around my apartment. It's gotten super dark. It's gotten, like, super dark. The only light was coming from my computer, the green glowing on my mouse, and my microphone, the light, like, it waxes and wanes, and it has different colors. Anyways, just for flavor, I guess, I cautiously surveyed the storage room of the shop. Yep. Do we have our back to the door? Because I don't like that. Never sit with your back to the door, guys. Very bad. The air was thick with the musty scent of sweet mold, ugh, and some kind of pickled goods. Pickles, perhaps. Steppen, visibly excited by the unexpected company, set about brewing tea. Oh, what is that? That looks delicious. Oh! He's bright, dude. Steppen sat down at the table. He looked at me, barely holding back the questions that were about to burst out of him. Oh, he looked at me, barely I think I read that backwards. I don't know. Whatever. He can't hold his questions back. It was clear that the old man didn't often have guests and was genuinely happy to chat with me. So he's not creepy. So, how do you like it here? Not many folks from the city wander this way. I noticed how Steppen tried to hide his awkward excitement behind a smile. I smiled back, deciding to keep the conversation going. Yeah, it's really different here. Quiet. Homely. Cows. Goats. I listed the first things that came to mind. You rarely see this kind of thing in the city. Steppen nodded, lost in thought, still holding his cup. So, what brings you here? Mojave, honey? Could you calm down? I'm playing a game. Just for a little bit. And then we'll go bed, okay? You're such a good kitty. I love you. My cat came up for pets, guys. You can't see him, but he's super cute. And he's fluffy, and he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Alright, honey, I gotta play my game, okay? Just for a little bit longer. I promise. Just a little bit. And then I pet you, okay? Steppen's asking us, so what brings you here? I paused to think about how to answer him. Obviously, I couldn't tell him I was hiding here from some shady characters. He might report me to the cops. I could just say I came to my grandparents' house. Or make something up, like I'm here to buy a house. Yeah. Oh, good, we do get the choice. Okay, looking to buy a house, came to my brother. So if we tell him grandma's, though, he's gonna ask who our grandma was. He might even remember us if he was here back in the day. If we say we're looking to buy a house. Oh, guys. I think that pause, that lull in the music, that really got me, because I was just looking around my apartment. If we're saying we're buying a house, he might know we're lying. He'll be like, why do you want to buy a house here? Have you seen them? They're all fucked up. And when you're lying, it's better to stick as close to the truth as possible, truth adjacent, because you're going to remember your lies that way. And it would be easier to sell. I don't know. I'm not sure I entirely trust him. I don't know what that thing was with the dancing cat back there. And we don't recognize him. That's part of it, too. We don't recognize this man. And we grew up here. I don't know, Mojave. What do you think, baby? Should we trust step in? Should we not trust step in? He's not meowing at either option, guys. I don't know what to do. Hey! Do I trust step in or not? He's licking my finger. So, I think we trust him. I'm here to tidy up my grandparents' house. Which ones? Steppen seemed to ponder, sifting through memories of the remaining elders in this backwater. I decided not to make him guess. They're not here anymore with us. Margarita and Nikolai Pavlov. Interesting. Oh, I see. So you're Rita and Kolya's grandson. I don't know how to feel about that face. They were wonderful people. I can still picture them in their youth. Ah, young folks always flock to the cities, but here in the village, you know, it has its own charms. Rita and Kolya understood that better than anyone. Back in the day, we were really close friends with them. In winter, we sled like crazy, and in spring, some in the garden, others in the fields from morning till night. And when summer came, everyone relaxed body and soul. Russian banya, fishing, all sorts of summer celebrations. What's that? What's Russian banya? I'll Google it later. That's my answer. I'll Google it later. It's 8:40, guys. It's 8:40 tonight. I'll Google it tomorrow. Steppen paused and gave me a piercing look, as if trying to see if I understood what he was talking about. I'm not catching the drift. I'm not. Maybe Alexei is? Is that? Guys, I feel really uneasy right now. Like super uneasy. That pause in the music? Insane. Also, I'm gonna go turn on a light really quick because I'm fucking terrified. Not gonna lie. I don't know why, I just have like this really uneasy feeling. Give me just a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to turn on a light. I'm so sorry. I'll cut out the part where I was turning on the light. Okay, by the way, today is going to be one of the most important ones. I don't know what that means, Steppen. What am I looking at? The night of July 6th to 7th is... Oh, you hear those birds in the background? Ivan Kupala night, if you didn't know. Guys, who's Ivan? We loved that holiday when we were young. The soul, as they say, longed for song. We'd jump over the bonfire and tell all sorts of spooky tales. They said that on Kupala night, devils crawled out of their holes. Fucking A, guys. In our village, people always believed in all sorts of devilry. We were old believers. Capitalized old believers. They were so scared you couldn't drag them into the woods by their arms and legs on Kupala night. So anyway, I remember one of those nights. The whole village was out celebrating again. The guys were singing songs and lighting fires while the girls were, as usual, doing fortune-telling. What's that? They'd put I thought it looked like a flower crown. Flower crowns on their heads and run to the riverbank. They'd let the crowns float on the water to learn their fate. Wherever it drifted, that's where their groom would come from. If it washed ashore, no wedding that year. Well, that's all just folklore, of course. Your granny, Ritka, I don't know how to say it, sent her crown down the river too, and can you believe it? It floated a little, then shot forward like Kupala himself was steering it. And right there on the other side was Kolyan. The girl started giggling right away, and Kolyan, clueless as ever, just barely managed to catch Ritka as she jumped into his arms. That same summer, your grandma and grandpa got married. I like that music in the back. They were good people. Well, never mind. Stepan's words hung in the silence. Even the wind outside seemed to quiet. The story about my grandma and grandpa, simple yet so vivid, really struck me. I'd seen them in old photos, younger, happier than I remembered. Were they really like that? Jumping over bonfires, weaving flower crowns? I suddenly felt a strange bitterness, realizing how little I actually knew about them. What would they say about me now? The thought planted itself deep, but I quickly brushed it aside to avoid diving further. Stepan let out a heavy sigh and continued. You know, Alexei, in our village, sometimes it's like a fairy tale, I'd say. What was that? What was that? No, because I was just about to say fairy tales don't actually end well. They all actually have, like, super gory, terrible endings. But not always the kind with a happy ending. Yeah, just as I was saying, Stepan. So you better be careful around here. I tensed up and raised an eyebrow, not hiding my surprise. What do you mean? Well, you see. A couple of years back, a family moved here from Moscow. They said they were looking for peace, quiet, and tranquility. So they arrived with 2 young sons in tow. And those rascals found no better pastime than to turn the whole village upside down. Every night their revelry made a racket like a festival, but there was no joy in it. We tried talking to them nicely, you know, but they couldn't care less. So anyway, one Kupala night, they decided to have their own kind of fun. Is that a body? That's a body. They dragged some girl from a neighboring village and headed to the river through the forest, where even locals hesitate to tread during the day. They probably thought they'd find magic in our forests, or whatever you city folk are after. Night passed, and by morning they were nowhere to be found. The police searched the whole forest with dogs, but only found the girl by nightfall. They said she was scared to death, couldn't speak, just muttered and babbled incoherently. As for the boys, all that was left were a couple of bloodied scraps of clothing. It was like the earth had swallowed them whole. The district officer told me back then that those punks probably got the girl drunk and wanted to violate her. They dragged her into the forest, but no one could figure out what happened to them after that. Banebush happened to them. Banebush. Banebush happened. Those girls, it was 2 girls, right? The women, they were in trouble and Banebush rescued them. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. They tried questioning the girl. Oh, maybe it was just one girl. I don't know. Oh, it was 1 girl and 2 boys. That's right. My bad. They tried questioning her, but she couldn't say anything then or later. Her eyes kept darting around, and she just kept mumbling something endlessly. What was she saying? So they couldn't figure out anything back then. The investigation concluded later that apparently some forest beasts had mauled them. Right, and they left the girl completely not harmed. Right. And to calm the villagers, they made our forester Petrovich. What is that? Oh, are those fish? Those are fish, okay. Set up traps in the forest to keep the beasts away from the homes. That music in the back is great. I listened to Stepan's story with some tension. This was nothing like my grandmother's fairy tales. But somewhere deep in my subconscious, the image of Banebush emerged, and my imagination instinctively tied the events to him. Yeah, that's my theory too, Alexei. After all, encountering him in the forest years ago had convinced me that some fairy tales don't lie. I brushed the thought aside and asked the first question that popped into my head. Maybe the leshy took them. Maybe the leshy took them, or maybe it was the beasts. That's for each person to decide what to believe and what to think. And the investigation will decide for itself what to write in the report. I think I've heard enough local tales for today. I really need to focus on figuring out how to solve my own problems. Yeah, let's go, Alexei. Let's leave. Time to head home. Stepan... Oh, now it's different. Wolfovich. I thought it was Volkovich. Okay. Thanks for the tea and the talk, Stepan. I should get going. I want to tidy up the house. Ah, yes, of course. Go ahead. Thanks again for fixing the radio. If you need anything, feel free to drop by. No. What's that? Bagels! Here, take some bagels. Have them with tea. My treat. Oh, we have to take them. Okay, we'll take them. But I don't trust you. Without much thought, I grabbed the bag of bagels from the table. Why aren't you thinking about it, Alexei? I didn't want to refuse and disappoint the old man. Besides, I originally came here for food. Where was he keeping that bag of bagels? Under the table? Thank you, goodbye. Stepan kept beaming his trademark smile. I smiled back at him and stepped outside. Meow. Oh. Cute. I have to click again, but I would like to stare at the kitty for a second. Look at him! Where was he? Oh yeah, he was dancing in the back, that's right. Also, look at this in the background. Just seeing all I can see. Kitty, kitty. What's up, Vaska? Had your fill of roaming? Well, come on in. What are you standing there for? Good. Good. Well, that was quite the trip for some bread, I chuckled. I slightly scolded myself for spending the whole day listening to the strange old man's stories instead of tackling my real problems. The stories were interesting, but I had to return to my grim reality. Why'd the music stop? As I approached my new home, I was already anticipating flopping onto the creaky prehistoric bed with a contented look on my face. You guys hear that? That nothingness? But it seemed fate had other plans. Fuck. Fuck. In front of my house stood an old Lada 2108, and I could make out 3 familiar faces inside. Son of a bitch. Shit. It was Pasha Foman and his goons. Vasya and the third one. Can't remember his name. Fuck. How'd they find us? Son of a bitch, Alexei never turned off his phone. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing the middle guy's Foman. That's Foman. Well, hello there, villager. Hey, I replied, trying to hide my tension. I'm so screwed. So what the hell are you doing here? Alyosha. Alyosha. So what the hell are you doing here, Alyosha? I'm fucking that name up. You know how much of a hassle it was to drag ourselves out to this backwater? How the hell did you even find me? Shut your fucking mouth and listen. If you'd worked longer and honestly, maybe you'd have thought to shove your work SIM card somewhere safe. I freaking knew it! Vasyan, and didn't use it near the house registered to you. Fuck. So we promote you and send you on a big job, and this is how you thank us? Running off with our stuff? You know exactly what happens to smartasses like that. Foma, I had nothing to do with this. You gotta believe me, man. While I was transporting the stuff, some guys cut me off in a car and they robbed me at gunpoint. Took all your shit. What the fuck? You seriously think I'm that stupid? Foma, I've always done my job, honestly. This looks like a setup to me. It does. Maybe you sent those bastards yourselves, and you're now trying to screw me over. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't hear the voices too loud, guys. It's 9 o'clock, and I have neighbors. Who are you questioning right now? Did that say who or what? I don't know. You think it's hard for me to kill you and bury you in this backwater, scum-ridden town? No one's ever gonna find you here, you dumbass. I'm not trying to act tough, Foman. Calm down. Guys, never say that to anybody. It never freaking works. How am I supposed to get you the stuff that I don't have? Huh? How? I don't give a damn, you bitch. Oh, he got closer. Do whatever you want. Give birth. Oh, shit it out. Composure. 4 years theater composure. The situation was escalating. I clenched my jaw, feeling my racing pulse pounding at my temples. I want the stuff in my hands by morning. Try to run and you won't be able to walk anymore. Well, except to piss and shit yourself. Got it, Alyosha? Got it. Naturally. Bitch. Fuck, we gotta run. The sound of the departing car's engine started the countdown. Well, we're fucked. Bastards. Great hiding spot, Alyosha. I sarcastically praised myself. Actually, it's a pretty good hiding spot, but you fucked up with your phone there. That was on you. Don't blame Grandma's house. Now what? What if I sell the house and use the money to buy drugs to replace the lost shipment? You know what? Yeah, I guess it could work. No, selling the house is a hassle. Finding a buyer would take forever, and at best, I'd get $100 grand out of it. Running isn't an option. They'll find me again, and then I'm really screwed. Why is it red? And trembly. Shit! What the fuck do I do now? In despair, I grabbed my head. I wanted to tear out my hair, scream, break something, but none of that would help. The helplessness was driving me insane. Oh, Grandma. If the world turns its back on you, go to the forest. There you'll find either salvation or death. The forest is honest. I suddenly remember my grandma's words as clearly as if her voice were speaking right next to me. What if Grandma was right? What if there's really something out there? I saw it in that forest as a kid, I remember, but if Banebush is really there, he'll either kill me outright or help me. If I'm screwed anyway, what difference does it make? Yeah, that's true. There was always something strange about this place. The old folks' stories, the vanished people, the whispers in the forest. I looked out the window. The forest is honest, I kept repeating to myself, staring at the dark grove. Going there was madness, yes, but at least I'd have some kind of chance. There's no other way. Fuck. A few minutes into the journey, we just were up and doing this, I guess. And the trees closed in around me as if blocking my path. Stepping forward was terrifying, but staying still was even worse. Oh, you see how it's like all trembly? To the forest. Creatures nearby, you have completed the second chapter. Oh my god. Chapter 3. That's a wolf. And that's where we're gonna end it for this episode. I had to look over my shoulder because, again, I'm a little tense right now. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying Banebush, please let me know. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think this game it's interesting, it's unique. The little dancing cat, that tickled me so much. You guys have no idea how much I loved that dancing cat. But also black cats are like a bad thing traditionally. Anyways, if we're playing off of Tales here, it's probably a bad thing. But who knows? Also, that's why there was a cat on the chapter 2. Yeah, that just got like big. Anyways, I suspect we're gonna be seeing a wolf or something next time. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to pump out more videos eventually. I haven't really felt like sitting down to record, I'm not gonna lie. I've had stuff going on since I broke my ankle and paperwork to do so the army can pay me for breaking my ankle. And then I've also been at work constantly. I'm stuck doing a 7 to 5, baby, working in the office actually, and it is tiring as fuck. When I get home, I just want to sleep. I want to eat dinner and then I want to sleep and then I do it all over again. So yeah, I've been a little busy, a little distracted, and I just haven't felt like myself. So yeah, some mental health struggles, definitely, but I will feel better once I get this cast off. That's another update. I have a cast. No more boot. We upgraded the cast because my ankle wasn't healing right. Anyhow, let's save this while I'm still chatting. Yeah, so I got upgraded to a cast. Look at that. 18 of June. Yikes. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more, watch the next video when it comes out. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Good night.